Ooh, Wasabi Gangsters, it's me, Chance Dillon, here to talk books. Let's get to this weekly update. So the last 4 days, last Thursday to Monday night, Sunday night, I was in Wildwood, New Jersey at the Barefoot Country Music Festival supporting my singer-songwriter cousin Keith Pearsall, always linked in the description below, who's playing with singer-songwriter Cameron Quinlan. It was a great time. It was just really cool to spend time with family. But technically my niece, I suppose, not technically, but she's 8-month-old, Keith's daughter, and bright blue eyes, world's biggest smile. It was just great. My mom, my sister, my brother, my sister's dogs, Coda and Finn. It was just a great time. And I'm so grateful to have had that weekend, and therefore writing kind of took a little bit of a break as I did that. So I'm going to get into the reading, though, as well. I did write this week, so be warned. Be warned. There's still a word count update. But I read some Swan Song by Robert McCammon. We're up about to chapter 30. I think we're into the part 3 actually right now. Let me tell you. Part 6. Wow. Okay. So it's like chapter 35 or some odd. Loving it so far. This is one of my favorite genres. This sort of post-apocalyptic Stephen King-y type story. It's up there. And this is already, I can tell, one of my favorite books. Swan Song, like not knowing what that meant going in and sort of getting hints as we go through the story. It's just so interesting. It's so interesting. We have this nuclear disaster. And if any of you have read The Stand by Stephen King, it does have a lot of parallels there in terms of good versus evil. And we're starting to see the sides take shape. And the perspectives that we're in, the areas of the country in the United States that we're in, it's very cool to see unfold as the story goes. That is the primary reading. I'm listening to Man and His Symbols, a Carl Jung book, I believe. And I'm enjoying that audiobook experience so far. It is definitely a bit dense. It's one of those I probably will have to listen to twice. I've been listening to like more nonfiction lately, generally speaking. So it does take me sometimes. Like I catch things, and then I imagine going through, I'll catch some different things. But it's interesting so far. It dives into the subconscious mind. It's one of those things that I am thoroughly interested in. Some things that even pop up in my stories as I write, and so I sort of like being made aware of what those things are as I experience personal growth through my writing. And so, yeah, that's my reading update, my primary reading update. I got another shipment in from Red's Reading Cafe. Thank you, Red. Again, I got the Fall of Hyperion, Dan Simmons. I'm going to read Hyperion, I believe, after I finish Swan Song. That and Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This is one that has been on my list to read for so long, and getting into Swan Song and now going back to some historical fiction will be very nice. Historical fiction is one of my favorite genres. I read Imperium by Robert Harris, and that is just one of my top books, and I think I actually want to finish that series as well by Robert Harris. And taking a break from fantasy honestly does feel good. It's sort of refreshing. I'm even noticing in my writing sort of feeling reel myself back in a little bit, and so it's really cool to come back to a genre that I love, and including Swan Song, and see how that affects myself as I write, and sort of like the separation between fantasy and non-fantasy. Speaking of fantasy, though, by Theo Sirigatis, I hope I'm saying that right. Book 1 of Pax Terminus, Splinters of Heaven. Okay, he's a fellow veteran. He's an indie author. You can go check him out. I picked this up. This is, I think, might be sort of an intro for me back into the fantasy genre once I get back into it before I do Empire of the Dawn, which I do really want to read. I want to finish the Edan Trilogy. Those are like my top priorities as I get back into fantasy. But I picked this up. This and Whispers of the Storm by Z.B. Steele, I think, are going to be on the top of my indie fantasy list as I return. And then also I have to get back to J.L. Odom's series before she comes out with her third book. I also picked up Shakespeare's Sonnets, illustrated edition. I just was interested in some poems, so reading some of those. I haven't dove into this yet, or dived, whatever it is. But I'm looking forward to sort of sitting down and just spending some time with that as well. Other than that, guys, that is my reading update. That's the book stuff update, the writing update. So I did get into some writing this week. I bumped up about 5,000 words. We're at the 115,000 mark, short of the 7,000 a week, 1,000 a day. But I took 4 days off, so that's just kind of the nature of the beast there. I was hoping to get to the 7,000 today. I went to the coffee shop, spent some time there, had to go for a run and swim, and so my priorities and routine kind of took precedent. But I may go back to writing a little bit before the newsletter goes out, which you can sign up for at chancedillonauthor.com. I send a newsletter out every Thursday night with an exact word count update. If I'm being realistic with you, I'm going to sit in this chair tonight, turn it around, watch this sunset, and probably write that newsletter and send it off with the word count as it is right now, and just kind of give myself some space and some grace with when it comes to the writing. Like I know how hard I work, so it's one of those things I can be confident in. As far as the content of the writing this week, I mean, my God, I had one of those moments where I'm writing a character's perspective, and I had to stop writing because I was about to go do something else. This was 2 days ago, or maybe, no, yesterday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is X character dead? Like, is this character dying? Is this person dead? And I'm just like, oh my God, I did not see that coming. And so it's one of those things that I hadn't necessarily planned for them, at least in this way, to perish. And so it's interesting to go in and do that. Also, as it unfolded, some things might change. As I go through editing, things might change. It was just one of those like wow moments for me where I sat down and I was like, this is unreal. I can't believe that this happened. And it's fun for me to get that experience as a writer for the series because most of what unfolds and sort of the world and the world as a character too, and the development of that, it is just so freaking cool to see the things happen as they do. But that is the primary writing update, guys. As far as the special editions go for the Broken Binding, we are again focusing on the launch editions, which we are getting together. The files have been sent. We're still waiting on the template for the cover art for the first book, and we're putting together. Abel Montero, author of The Crimson Fire, is putting together all the design for the special editions, as well as a secret project, which over on Patreon, my Patreon members have access to. They can see sort of the secret project stuff happening, which I'm really excited for the direction of the series. I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've been working on behind the scenes. I'm usually transparent, so this is one of those things where it's exciting, and it does require a fair amount of logistics for me to navigate and figure out, because I want to do justice for fans of the series so far. And so, it does take a little bit of juice for me to focus on that and all the workings behind the scenes there. As far as the audiobook goes, guys, the release date is September 22nd for the first one, October 27th for book 2. And Simon Vance is recording now. I'm just super excited for that. No samples yet. I'll let you guys know when I do get them, and then as soon as I have some marketing materials to share with you guys, I will let you know as well. I will be prioritizing. I get a number of audiobooks for like ARCs, effectively, like advanced copies, advanced audio copies, and so there's several people who I'll reach out to. I have in mind for the audiobooks to get ahead of it. And for review's sake, you have to, like, it's one of those things that you need to think about as an author, especially in the indie space. And it's cool being hybrid now and having that having Tantor there to work with. And so it'll be interesting to see how that partnership goes. Technically working with the Broken Binding with these special editions is fun as well. Although that is definitely more still in the indie realm. It's just still very exciting for all that is to come in general, and I'm really excited for the series' growth. I'm excited for where we are, still within our first year. We're over roughly 4,500 copies right now sold of the series, over 425,000 Kindle pages read. I mean, it's just fantastic, and I am so grateful for all of you again. That's it, guys. I'm gonna record my short form video here soon after this, and because this is usually later than I record, as you can tell by the sun fading in the background here. I have to eat dinner still, so I'm gonna stop recording and do my short form and then eat some dinner. Did I say Wasabi Gangsters at the top of this video? I think I did. Yeah, I did. That would have been a whirlwind, huh? Whirlwind. I hope one day somebody comes back and clips all these awkward silences together. That'll be the day. All right. Bidet. I don't know why that came to my head. You guys have a nice weekend.